This week of sports just shocked me. I can't remember a week like this in a long time. And you're probably wondering, what are you talking about, Skills? Ten Hag gets sacked, okay? He gets sacked in a week where Man United actually performed and probably shouldn't have lost the game. They actually played pretty well, just couldn't score the ball. Vinny, some people would say, got robbed of a Ballon d'Or. Some people would say no. I think Rodri was a phenomenal player. I think Carvajal was a phenomenal player. Both of them probably could have deserved that Ballon d'Or. But I think Vinny's probably the best player in the world right now. Doesn't matter which way you look at it. It was a shocker Rodri won it, and it was a shocker that Madrid players didn't go to the Ballon d'Or. Shocker. Ruben Amorim gets bought out by Manchester United. Massive shocker to me. And also in American football, I know a lot of y'all don't really care about this, but I'm just explaining how my week was shocking. I'm a Washington Commanders fan. I've been my whole life. You can see the thing right there on the floor. And we win the game on a freaking 50-yard Hail Mary down the field. Last throw of the game, no time on the clock, and we win the game on the last throw of the game. It was unbelievable, like a miracle play. This has just been a shocker for me all week. But where do we begin? We begin with Ruben. First, let's begin with Ten Hag. Let me get this out the way real quick. I personally believe Manchester United is a phenomenal team and one of the best teams in Europe and one of the biggest teams in world football. It's a crazy job. It's a crazy team. It's a crazy, awesome fan base, one of the best fan bases in all of football. You will get support no matter what country you go play in. You are Manchester United. You are huge. And the problem I have at Manchester United right now is what people don't understand is this. Those players at Manchester United are broken. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Do you know when you're in a really bad relationship, maybe you're cheated on, maybe your girl just makes fun of you all the time? Bad relationship, okay? You're in a bad relationship and your confidence is down, your morale is down, everything about you is just down right now. You're just not in a good place in life, right? You're in a bad relationship, or maybe you're just in a bad place in life where you just got to get out of it and start eating healthy, hit the gym and get your vibes right, right? For these United fans, players, I feel like they're in a place where they need some love and care. They need someone that can come in and pick their morale up, pick their confidence up. And I know people are going to say, well, Skills, they make millions, bro. Like, come on, man. Listen, everyone it doesn't matter how much money you make, doesn't matter how great things are going. Everyone has problems and everyone has feelings. And when things are not going right at work, no matter how much money you make, you're either sad or you're depressed or you're this. It's part of life. It's emotions of human beings. And I thought that Ten Hag should have came in there and really gave that love and care. Instead, he created more problems. Problems with Rashford, problems with Sancho, problems with Garnacho, problems with Cristiano Ronaldo, problems with this player, problems with that. A lot of problems and not a lot of solutions. And I think that's, if Ten Hag would have just came in and set his tactics and set that, things would have been fine. But he came in there and caused more chaos and put more gas on the fire. What you're going to get from Ruben Amorim is a player's coach. We're going to get to that. What I'm so shocked about is this. I haven't seen a coach get bought out at this magnitude probably since Villas-Boas when Chelsea came and bought him out from Porto. I watch a lot of Portuguese football. I want you to know I'm a Benfica fan. Eu sou Benfiquista, meu. My cousin is Sportingista. He's a Sporting fan. And I have another cousin, unfortunately no longer with us, that was a Porto fan. So I got everything in my family. And my cousin that I'm very close with is a Sporting fan. Very, very close with this cousin. I talk to him every single day, every single night. We talk sports. And, we talk about Sporting. And what happened was 2 years ago, or 2020, Sporting went into Braga and bought Ruben Amorim's contract for like 10 million. And he came to Sporting. And when he got to Sporting, he did one thing. He went and bought his striker at Braga for crazy money, 20 million in Portugal. That's a lot. And bought Paulinho and brought him to Braga. I'm seeing the same scenario play out at Manchester United. The first thing I want to say to my cousin, to all Sporting fans, I'm sorry. I feel for you. I feel like Ruben Amorim did y'all a little bit dirty. I'm going to be honest with you. A lot of people are not going to see it the way I see it. They're like, oh, this is an opportunity of a lifetime for Ruben. He should have done it in the summertime. I don't care. He should have told them in the summertime, there is a massive, massive possibility I leave your club. Because now you're mid-season, it's only October, you're in the Champions League, you're doing well. You're in the Portuguese league, you're doing well, 5 points clear, 4 points clear, something like that. Fantastic season. You got the team cooking, you got the players cooking, and the manager leaves. And the manager leaves in a scenario where everybody knows Gyökeres only wanted to stay at Sporting because of Ruben Amorim. He had offers on the table. There is players at Sporting that are there because Ruben Amorim, because Ruben promised he was staying, because Ruben didn't go nowhere. Last winter, Ruben went to England to London. I think met with West Ham during the season, didn't take that job, came back, apologized to all the Sporting players. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done that. That was unprofessional. Fast forward a year later, he does the same thing, but this time he actually leaves. Now, I know Manchester United hit his release clause, but I'm pretty sure he could have not agreed wages. So I do feel for Sporting fans. I do feel for that Portuguese club because they just kind of got snaked. I'm not going to lie. But I'm not surprised because he did it to Braga, right? So it's a great opportunity for Ruben, but you did kind of do Sporting dirty. Now let's talk about Man United. It's a player's manager. He's going to have those players wanting to run through a wall for him because they're going to believe in him. And the best thing about this whole situation for Ruben Amorim is there's two things I'm going to tell you that are very key. Three things. One, Gyökeres most likely will come to Manchester United, who is one of the most up here strikers in the world football right now. This guy is phenomenal. And Ruben, same as when he went to Sporting from Braga, he's going to say, hey, that's my guy. I need my number 9. I need my striker. I need this guy. Everything works around this guy. Can you buy him for me? I know he's a crazy buyout clause, but if they get him, he is going to cook with him. Number 2, his defensive mid's already there. His defensive mid is already on the roster. You don't know what I'm talking about? Sporting created Ugarte. Ugarte was created by Ruben Amorim. Ruben Amorim created Ugarte to sell him for 60 million. He fits his system. He knows his style. He already has everything he needs in Ugarte. He's going to turn Ugarte into an absolute stud again. Y'all are going to see the best form of Ugarte now if everything goes the way I'm saying, like I see it going, right? He has Ugarte already. He knows Bruno very, very well. Hopefully he can get the best out of Bruno. The second thing, and something he knows very well, at Sporting he runs a 3-back system attacking, a 5-back system defensively. This works because Dalot can play this. They have players to play this, but most importantly, Inácio at Sporting's release clause is only 40 million. Inácio is a great young center back on the way up, and he is Ruben's guy, okay? He is Ruben's guy. So there is a center back, 40 million. That's it, his release clause, and Ruben Amorim knows that. There is a massive, massive, massive advantage for Ruben Amorim right now because he knows certain things that can really help Manchester United. You could bring in a stud center back for 40 million, a striker that's going to cost you a lot. I think his release clause is anywhere from 60 to 100 million, but he's a top striker. You already have Ugarte. You know Bruno Fernandes very well. In this system that he runs, Garnacho and the wingers are really going to stand out. He uses the speed very well down the wings. Do I think he's going to flip Manchester United in one season? No. But do I think that you guys are going to see players that fight for a manager? Yes. I think you're going to see players that fight for the badge and fight for the manager because he's going to speak very highly of your club. He is going to make sure that people understand that Manchester United is a big club. And he is going to make sure that the players understand they play for a massive club. Because what he did at Sporting is this. Sporting, when Ruben took over, was not in a good place. Not in a good place. Going through a president switch, financial problems. Nothing was good at Sporting. Sporting fans will tell you that. Ruben stepped in, brought in players, won them a league the first season. The first season he did also not qualify for the Champions League. He failed there. But then he won the league. He sold players for a lot of money. He brought players in. He started making people understand again, Sporting is a huge club. You better believe this is a big club. He started speaking well about Sporting, speaking well about players, and he brought a type of energy, a type of aura around the club that hadn't been there for years, and Sporting fans will admit that. He put Sporting heavily back on the map and during a time that things were not going well for them. And that is what Manchester United needs. Do they need a championship in this year or next year? No one's saying that. But they need to compete. They need to fight for the badge. They need to be in games for that are important games. They need to be in important competitions. And they need to play as if they're Manchester United. And I think that's what Ruben Amorim is going to give you. He might not bring you a league title over Arsenal or over City or over Liverpool right now. But what he might, hopefully, and what I believe he will bring you is a fight, a energy, a aura around your club that hasn't been there for many, many, many years because this guy makes players believe in him. This guy makes the club believe in him. This guy is a guy that holds himself right, speaks right, and also is a player's coach before anything else. He understands players. He understands how to control a locker room and what a locker room needs, as he's a former player, recent, like he's not old. He just came out the locker rooms. He was at Benfica for many, many years, won 3 championships with Benfica. He understands it. He understands what it is to play in the Champions League nights. He understands football, and that's what they are getting. Like I said, are they going to flip them and they're going to play the best football in world football and they're going to be the best club in the world? Listen, Manchester United is far away from that and they need more signings, but Manchester United is in a spot where if the right coach comes in and knows how to get the best out of these players and bring their confidence up and their morale up, the club can get back to playing football and enjoying football. That's the biggest thing. Because what I believe is Manchester United as a club and fans and players have not enjoyed football for many, many years. And they need someone to step in and have them enjoy football again. What does that mean? That means maybe you lose to City, but you lose to City 5-4. Maybe you beat Arsenal. Maybe you beat Liverpool, but you compete. You fight for every 50-50 ball. You score goals. You play ball. That's what Manchester United fans need in their life right now. A team that competes every single game and trophies will come. Ruben Amorim, for me, it's a great hire. I feel so bad for Sporting fans. I'm happy for United fans. I'm just excited to see what happens next. Hey, man, it's only Tuesday or Wednesday. A lot can happen this week still. Oh, my goodness. It's been a shocker, bro.